to acknowledge he can drive a race car.
Although Kevin Harvick led a race-high 105 laps in last year's race, a fuel miscalculation relegated him to a 17th place finish. That enabled Kyle Busch, who led 90 laps himself, to score the victory. But how about Reed Sorensen? He was the runner-up a year ago, and over the course of his career, Doc, he's been freakishly strong here.
Without a doubt, Reed Sorensen, this is his best racetrack. Folks, you don't believe me? We'll take a look back July 30th, 2005. As a raw rookie in the NASCAR Nationwide Series, Sorensen came here and dominated, leading 66 laps. 2 years later, guess what? A replay. Sorensen would lead 79 laps and dominate to win. And today, Reed Sorensen starts in 13th position. And Reed, why are you so good at this racetrack?
I think it's just a combination of having good race cars, and as soon as I came to this racetrack, I really liked it and enjoyed driving here. So, a lot of the guys that are in this series grew up short track racing and on some flatter tracks such as this one. And like I said, as soon as I came here the first time, I took a liking to it, and hopefully tonight we can make it 3.
You start back in 13th tonight. I know starting position has usually been pretty critical. This place is so tough to pass. What is the key as this race evolves to the night there for you to be able to get up front and stay there for you?
I think the key is just to make sure your car turns really good on long runs. Just watching that truck race, it looked like the cars are real fast, had their cars turning really good. So we struggled with that today and made a lot of changes throughout the day to try to get that better. So I think on the long run, you just got to get it where you can get in the gas really early off 2 and be able to roll really fast in 3 and 4. So I think the Dollar General car is going to be different than we were in practice because we made so many changes. So hopefully we did everything right and have a good night.
Watch for Reed Sorensen to make a move early on. And a driver that had a good run here a year ago, standing by with Shannon.
And Brad Coleman getting into the groove right now as they just turned up the track music on us. Brad, this is your 4th start in this 18 car. What are your expectations for this evening?
I'm going to do what I've done the last 3 races, and or what I tried to do, and keep the nose clean and just be there at the end. It's a really good race car, got a great starting position, best I've ever started here, and so I'm excited to go out there, keep the nose clean, and I'm the ESPN in-car reporter this week, so I'm excited to talk to Rusty and have a little conversation in the car.
That's right, a little bit of a journalism in the car this week. Also, you just mentioned 7th position is where you're starting. How good is the car? Can it get up front this evening and stay up front?
I think it can. I mean, it's a great race car. Kyle Busch does an amazing job in it, obviously. I feel blessed to be able to be his teammate this year and to drive with him and have a great crew chief. So I think it'll be a good night. I think if we can get a good top 5 out of it, I'll be happy.
And you heard Brad say that he is our in-race reporter tonight. He has been flexing those chops, getting ready to chat with you guys up in the booth. Mike?
And thank you, Shannon. And another young driver to watch out for tonight has to be Justin Allgaier. The Riverton, Illinois driver grew up just over 100 miles from here, and it's this region where he learned about commitment, and not just to racing, but also to his wife. Ashley Allgaier is who he turns to when he needs support. But for Ashley, well, she's 100% behind her man, but don't expect her to pull out the pom-poms anytime soon.
When I first met Ashley, we were a little bit opposite in the things that I probably lacked the most. She was very social and very outgoing. She was a cheerleader in high school, and I was the opposite.
We're different in a lot of ways. I'm very outspoken. I was always taught to stick up for myself and don't let anyone walk on me.
I was very quiet and shy, and I didn't do anything with school, and I didn't really feel like I fit in all that well.
I idolized Justin when we were younger. I knew all about him. He knew nothing about me. I used to watch him race when I was probably like 12, 13. But I actually met Justin when I was about 15 years old at a hockey game.
One of the guys that worked on my Durley model at the time, we went to the hockey game together, and he invited Ashley along. I guess I kind of stole things a little bit in the group there. We left the hockey game, we actually went home that night, and we started talking online a lot.
How long does it usually take to cook the chicken? Because the rolls need like 11 minutes, so we'll probably be pushing it.
If I do something wrong, I'll be the first to hear about it whenever I get home, and if I do something right, she's the first one standing there to either congratulate me or to tell me, good job.
I've always supported Justin in everything he does, but I've always told him I'm not going to be his cheerleader.
It's easy to have cheerleaders and nobody there to really tell you that you did something wrong, and I think that, if I would have had that in a relationship, it would have hurt me, and I probably wouldn't be where I'm at now.
We are at the Coliseum of Concrete, Bristol Motor Speedway in East Tennessee.
Justin Allgaier has been nothing short of amazing.
He's got a good run off turn 2.
Whoa, and he runs up on him, and can he close it? He does. He takes the lead.
You're the winner, baby.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about right there, boys. You guys are awesome.
I saw him before he went to victory lane. I went up to the car before he actually got up there, and I don't remember what happened. I don't remember what I said. I don't remember what he said. I don't remember anything. I could tell in his face that he'd either tried not crying or maybe he might have cried. He's probably going to hurt me for saying that.
There was people standing up there, and I really didn't want to hit anybody, so I figured if I would...
Jimmy Johnson was like sideways in his.
I know, I was sideways in mine.
No, you were straight on.
Okay. Jimmy gets a lot more practice at getting burnouts than I do. So
Okay.
I guess that
is
would
that
be...
your excuse?
That is my excuse.
Okay, so in the fall, I expect a better burnout.
I like that plan.
Okay.
I like that plan a lot.
Justin Allgaier is proving to be a very quick study, and judging by how much he's improved over the last season, he may have to perfect that burnout pretty soon. In just 18 races, he has nearly twice the number of top 5s from last year. It is on pace for an average finish of about 10th. And Justin Allgaier joins me now on the grid. And Justin, what's been the biggest difference this year compared to last?
Well, I think going into 2009, we were kind of on the unknown, schedule, because Chad Walter, my crew chief, and I were kind of under the impression we were only going to run about 10 races. And we were gearing up to only run about 10 races. And about January 20th, they told us that we were going to run a full season. And I don't know that scramble is even the right word for it, because we were in hyper mode trying to get everything ready. And the guys did a great job, and with the time that we had to do it, there just really wasn't a way to put together the cars and the equipment that we needed to run up front every week and not have something go wrong, and then also to win races. And we wanted to. We felt like we were close, but we never could get that win. Jump forward to 2010, now we've got 2 cars, and we had enough time to plan to put 2 cars together. And we had a whole winter where Chad Walter and all the guys could go back and really work on the cars, and the engine shop could, perfect the engines, and all the guys in our shop, the body hangers, the builders of the chassis, everybody. We just got on a lot better page, and we felt like our equipment was way better going into Daytona, and I think that's the difference.
All right, what about tonight? I know this is a home track for you. You scraped the car up a little bit in practice. How would you assess your chances?
Well, unfortunately, the guys at the shop do a great job of trying to put them together nice and straight. And we didn't even make one lap, and I dinged it all up. So we got it fixed. The guys did an awesome job of getting it fixed. It doesn't look quite as pretty as it did when we started, but the old black and red Verizon Dodge still was pretty good, and we felt like that we were better as the track was cooler. So hopefully as the sun goes down and the track gets a little bit cooler and track temps aren't up so high, we should have a really good car. And it's all about pit strategy and track position. So we got a little deeper start than we wanted to, but I feel like as long as we can pick a couple of those guys off early, get to a good riding position, and kind of battle it out till the end, and then with about 50 to go, hopefully put it on and hopefully get a victory.
And of course, Justin Allgaier wearing a couple different hats tonight. He's also the honorary starter, so to speak. He'll be leading the fans in unison, giving the command to start engines. Still plenty to come here on NASCAR Countdown. Still ahead, if it weren't for fuel mileage, Kevin Harvick might have been last year's winner here at Gateway. Harvick's back looking for redemption. We'll talk to him. And Martin Truex Jr. won 2 nationwide titles, but what will his brother's future hold? Hear what Ryan Truex says about making his much-anticipated Nationwide Series debut this evening. We're here in St. Louis, Missouri. Plenty to come on Countdown. Stick around. And back at Gateway International Raceway, taking a look now at the motorsports calendar, chock full of action. Immediately following tonight's race on ESPN2, it's qualifying for the Fran Autolite NHRA Nationals at 11 p.m. The finals, well, they're Sunday night at 6 o'clock on ESPN2. Then catch all the IZOD IndyCar action from Toronto Sunday afternoon at 12:30 Eastern on ABC. Next Saturday, the Nationwide Series is at O'Reilly Raceway Park, 7:30 Eastern on ESPN. And next Sunday, it's the big one. The Sprint Cup Series returns to ESPN. Our coverage from the Brickyard begins at noon Eastern.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time, Gateway International.
And there's a shot of a young man a lot of people are talking about, young Ryan Truex. Yes, the younger brother of Martin Truex Jr. making his debut in the Nationwide Series tonight. And Ryan has been tearing up the K&N East Series the last couple of years. He scored 4 victories, including 1 this season. That win came at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway last month, where Truex led the most laps, claiming victory in the New England 125.